Hey, business owner, if you are planning on launching anything this year, as in a new program, a new product, a digital product, an existing membership, whatever, you want to launch something big this year, I have three tangible ways you can sweeten up that pre launch phase, that promotional phase, so that you have a lot of anticipation building up to your actual cart open week. So let's dive in. Before we dive in, I want you to hit that like button or at least comment launching. If launching is on your to do list this year and you just feel like you are throwing that spaghetti at the wall and you're trying to make something stick, or you just wish you can tangibly understand a little bit more about launching to apply it to the back end of your business successfully. I say that in quotations because every launch is different for every business owner. So that's why this video is sponsored by the Systems and Workflow Magic Bundle, the launch edition. Try saying that several times super fast, but it is brought to you by this bundle. And this bundle was created by over 28 different launching experts or launching strategists who want to help you understand different puzzle pieces, different systems, different workflows of what it takes to launch something. So, regardless if you are a solo business owner or if you have a smaller team, we want to help you better understand how to take those baby steps to better launch confidently to impact your business and your marketing. So check it out below. So hi, if you are brand new, my name is Dolly DeLong. I am a systems and workflow educator for small business owners. I love teaching other small business owners about the power of systems, workflows, and SOPs, and how to actually take baby steps with them to impact the back end of their business so that the end of their business feels a bit less scattered and more streamlined and actually fun to run. So I am so glad you are diving into this video today. Let's dive into those three tangible tips on ways you can sweeten up your pre-launch period to literally just promote either your brand new product or you are wanting to promote an existing product, whatever. Let's dive into three tangible ways to build more anticipation. Now, tip number one is not such a secret tip, but it is an essential tip. It's this: you should be focusing in on growing out your email list during this pre-launch phase. I know it's not so shocking, it's not mind-boggling, but it is an essential tip that a lot of business owners forget to focus in on, to hone in on during their pre-launch phase, because they're so focused in on, okay, what do I need to do during cart open week? Okay, before you go all the way to the launch and casting a vision for your launch and having the most amazing launch ever, I want you to focus in on the weeks leading up to your launch. What activities can you be doing to make your launch successful for you? And one of the tips is to focus in on list building strategies. So we all know the saying, you should not depend on social media to grow out your brand awareness. Like, you should not depend on Instagram or TikTok or on any social media platform to build your brand. And as much as I love social media so much, I still need to have a presence. We as business owners still need to have a community built through email marketing. So I strongly recommend that you have some sort of list building strategy infused in your pre-launch plan, even your pre-launch plan year round, so that you have an engaged list of email subscribers who will actually want to buy from you when that cart opens. So, one way you can really hone in on growing out your email list during this pre launch phase is by being intentional on all of the different platforms you may decide to be on. So, let's say you decide that Instagram is where a lot of your main buyers are at, or TikTok. So let's just say Instagram, in this case, an example. Then I want you to be very strategic and intentional for the next X amount of weeks, which is your pre-launch phase, of having specific call to actions to your lead magnets. Remember, your lead magnets are essentially freebies that lead to your services. So in your pre-launch phase, I want you to have some sort of lead magnet that leads naturally to getting people really excited and more aware of your big launch event. So let's say you're launching into a new program or a digital product or whatever. Let's say it's an existing product that you want to revamp and relaunch again. Of course, if you are just relaunching to the same email list year after year, you're going to notice like a dip in sales year after year. So you constantly need to have new eyes and new nurture, like people to nurture to in your email list to revamp and relaunch that same digital product year after year. So I'm trying to encourage you to think of some good lead magnet ideas to lead people to this digital product or the service that you already have that you're relaunching in the next X amount of weeks. Now, if you feel stuck with what type of lead magnet should I create? I feel I don't want to create another PDF. I don't really want to create a 20% off coupon code. I want to create something really cool and fascinating. So I've got your back. I have the ultimate master lead magnet idea list. Again, say that really fast. It is in the description of this video. It's absolutely free. It's kind of meta. It's a lead magnet about lead magnets, but is an ultimate guide and idea list for you to dive into. I try to update this list at least once a year, and I am really proud of this lead magnet myself. It has given a lot of different business owners plenty of ideas to take and run with. So hopefully it will help you out in the long run to lead people closer to your services. So besides just promoting your lead magnet and having calls to actions for your lead magnet on your social media platforms, maybe you can have freebie swaps with other business owners who serve very similar audiences that you serve. So maybe you can plan ahead and do intentional promotional periods where leading up again to your cart open phase, you do 5 freebie swaps with 5 different business owners, again, every Thursday, for example. So that's one way you can grow out your email list. Another way you can grow out your email list, I've shared this in another video before, but I'm going to share this again. If you have, let's say, a YouTube channel, or let's say a podcast, you can insert ads into your podcast, like let's say talking about your lead magnet. Now, this is one of my most favorite strategies to do for my own podcast, the Systems and Workflow Magic podcast, where I insert ads and they really are just talking about my lead magnets, my freebies that are in alignment with the show and alignment with serving my listeners, my audience really well. So it's their next logical step to download it, to take action after listening into the podcast episode, and it helps them out with something very tangible. So create something very tangible that could help your audience out, that would lead them closer to your digital product. And it continues to nurture them in the next X amount of weeks, and it builds more anticipation for your product. Now, tip number 2 is this. I want you to create hype the week before your actual cart opens. All right? Hear me out. I know you're creating hype. Hopefully, you're doing this very strategically, creating hype every single week leading up to your actual cart open event. But the week before the cart open, that's a big week for you to get even more people more acutely aware and tuned into what is happening the next week, which is your cart open week, which is your big launch date that you've been planning, hopefully strategically, for an X amount of weeks or X amount of months. So have like a big event that happens the week before. And so several ways you can do this is through a webinar or a masterclass. My favorite way to build up hype the week before the actual event of the cart open date is to host a private podcast. Now, a private podcast is a really good way to not only grow out my email list, going back to point one, but it also is a private training that is in alignment with what I want to sell later on for the launch week. So those are different types of hype pieces. Other type of hype events could be a 3-day challenge, a 5-day challenge, a Facebook challenge, you doing a lot of cross promotions with other business owners who serve very similar audiences that you serve. So really it's up to you how you want to hype up your launch, but I highly recommend having a hype event the week before to get people even more engaged and ready and in anticipation for your cart open week. A big piece of advice for hype up events is this: if you are doing this as a team of one, and most likely you are, if you're watching this channel, if you have subscribed to this channel, you know I tend to serve business owners who are wearing all the hats and want to learn systems and workflows to better streamline their processes. And so I want to give you encouragement, business owner, if you are doing this on your own, you don't have to make a big production out of this, but be intentional during your planning phases for the pre-launch phase, because remember, this is still a pre-launch phase. Be intentional with how you plan this all out. You can knock out a lot of the puzzle pieces like weeks ahead of time in order for this hype event to happen, but I want you to be intentional. It comes down to being intentional and planning things out instead of throwing things around at the last minute, because hype events take time to build hype to build awareness to. So I really want you to keep that piece in mind. Finally, tip number 3 is this: if you already have the digital product or the service or whatever you're selling, in this case, an example, let's use a digital product that you are wanting to launch out. Why don't you give early access to a select few buyers or some of your best raving clients who love you, who are your ride and die fans? Give them early access so that they can consume your actual product, so that they can give you feedback, like how their customer journey looked like in the actual product. And that way you can use their words and use it as reviews for other people to see, wow, this was the transformation they experienced. So there's already customer reviews coming in, and that gives you more proof of concept, like this is a great product, or maybe you should switch up a few things before you actually launch it out to the world. But this is a really good tangible way to get client reviews to showcase their testimonials about your product. Again, tip 3, it takes time. You need to be intentional about who you reach out to do these testimonies for, to leave you reviews about, I should say. Because if you just like post about it in a Facebook group, you don't know who is going to be leaving a review for you, who, if this is actually a good fit for them. So don't just post about it to any random Facebook strange group, okay? Be intentional about who you reach out to. Have a curated group of people that this product is actually really a good fit for them. They're your ride or die fans. They will give you really good, positive critiques and reviews, and they will lift you up while they critique it. So I want to make sure it's a good fit for you. One of the biggest reasons why I love giving early access to people for specific digital products is not only for the testimonial side, but also you get their actual words, like their voice of customer words from them. And this helps you create better content for your pre-launch period. This helps you create better content for your landing pages, for your sales pages, and you can literally reuse their words to be purposeful and strategic for your pre-launch phase. So really, really hone in on this phase and make sure you are reaching out to the right people that this could truly serve so that you can get their words and you can utilize it for all of the different sales pages. Also, let me just say that adding social proof is so important for all phases of the client journey. Like, clients want to know that you are a trusted source and that you are a legit business owner. So I love good testimonials. I buy based on testimonials. And so you need to keep good client testimonials like at the forefront of your launch. It's just a really good strategy to use, and make sure they're legit testimonials. I'm not saying for you to craft like bogus fake testimonials. I want you to ask people to give you real reviews and to craft testimonials that are transformative, that have actually helped them, like your product has actually helped transform their business, their lives, their whatever your digital product does. So be sure to definitely dig into testimonials. So those are my 3 tips for building up anticipation during a pre-launch phase going into a launch period. And if you are still confused about all the different puzzle pieces of what goes into launching, just keep in mind, there's not a roadmap. Launching is very multifaceted. Launching is different for every single business owner. But launching is so much fun. There are systems and workflows to them, and I would love to invite you to check out the Systems and Workflow Magic Bundle, the Launch Edition. It is available until June the 1st, and again, the link is in the description of this video. And if you have had any aha moments, any insights about the pre-launch phase of launching, will you please comment below and let me know, and hit the like button, and also go ahead and subscribe to this channel. It just lets me know what type of content to create for future videos. And if you have any other ideas for me, if you want to learn about other specific systems and workflows and SOPs to impact the back end of your business, let me know. I love just creating more systems and workflow related content for you so that you feel more streamlined and more clear in your business. Until then, I will see you all next week, next Friday, with a brand new systems and workflow related video. Until then, have a streamlined and magical week, you amazing muggle you. Bye.